How will you serve the world? You can provide. So the effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is.
Morning. So, not a lot of sleep last night, but that's okay. We're learning. And so just a quick word to new operators out there who may be into this field for the whole time. Don't try not to get discouraged. I always say this, but this is a complex biological process that's hard to control, much less understand. Let's see, quick recap. Came in last night, T2 was billowing over, meaning sludge was rising or bulking, and not necessarily due to young, but it seemed as if yesterday that the flow just hadn't stopped all day, and I really didn't have that many people in. I think it was like 380 people. So I should have had a lot more pushback yesterday than I did. Pushing back meaning that flow stops. We have our return pumps on at about 30 hertz right now, which is about, 28 gallons per minute. Pushing flow into the plant, to each train, 33 gallons a minute. So a little under 100% return rate. And actually I think let's get back to that. I'm gonna have to do a test just to update that number, because we aren't so fancy that we have mag meters on our RAS lines and a PLC connected to HMI that tells us how much we're returning per day and how much, at what rate, gallons per minute, and that fluctuates. So got it back. I turned off the air, turned off the flow for an hour, and let it push back, and then restarted flow, restarted air with blower number 1, due to the fact that it looked, the effluent looked hazy, but the flock formation and the settle was nice. So what we've learned in the last year or so is that that's usually due to air. I am getting 0.2 and 0.3 DO on each train, and it's riding there pretty much most of the day. So I wanted to show you my wall of instruments, I like to say. Being an operator for so long, I've been on a bunch of different plants, and every single one of them, these components are usually outside. I don't know why. I guess sometimes they don't have a shed or a office. I'm grateful to be able to have an office here, and sometimes the office is too far from the plant, and so running lines and power and control wires and stuff like that can get pretty tedious. But when we designed this plant, I knew right from the start I wanted everything that I needed inside the trailer. So what I did was I got a 3/4 inch basically piece of plywood that had been Formica, and then I had that screwed to the wall, and then I attached all my devices onto it, which is the TU 5300 with the cleaner, with the clean automatic cleaner on it, the CL17, which does the chlorine, and it's also set up in the same order as the plant is, right? So this is the influent meter. Then the next thing you have is the NTU meter with that reads the TSS, is right there by the filter, and then the chlorine analyzer, which is reads the chlorine, and then you have the exiting flow meter there, the effluent flow meter, and then up there is our alarm system. So I put it this way, so like if you looked back this way, you would be able to see the flow of the plant. This is what's coming in, that's what's going out, this is what it is when it hits the filter, after it hits the filter, and that's the chlorine as it goes out.
This sucks, I'm the Kmart soda jerk, sorted trash. I kept the stash of coca candy straight from Japan. Hologram, and she was never as young. Think you know what I need to get by.
Something for your mind, mind. Something for your mind, mind.
Lace mind.